Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be reviewing my custom LEGO Transformers, Optimus Prime. So here he is in his truck mode, and I've also decided to include a trailer, as this is one of my smaller scale builds, so I just wanted to add a bit more. He actually scales pretty well with Legends figures. Unfortunately I don't have many, but here he is with B and Megatron, and here he is with G1 Prime, so you can get a sense of scale. Now we may as well see the truck without the trailer, so to remove it, all you have to do is take the leg and untab it from the side of the trailer. And there's an anti-stud connection there, which as you can see, this just tabs into the side of the leg. Obviously it happens on both sides, and this provides quite a secure connection, but once it's untabbed the trailer can stand on its own. But getting the trailer out of here, as we may as well take a look at the actual truck. Unfortunately from the back you can kind of see his head sticking out. However, this doesn't bother me that much, as it isn't even that obvious, and this is a small scale prime, so it doesn't look very bad. Obviously this guy does not scale with minifigures very well, but he is still fun to pose around with them. He does scale with G1 figures kinda well though, here he is with G1B. But now it's time for his transformation. So to start off with, we're going to do the classic prime transformation of taking the hand sections and untabbing them and swiveling them out to the side. Next, coming to the roof piece, they are on hinges and we just need to take them and fold them back to the smokestacks, just like this. This will create a gap in the chest. This will also allow you to get your fingers in and just open up the windshields. Next, coming back to the arms, we can just rotate them around like any Optimus Prime transformation. And we can also close up the windshields again. Coming to the head, when we flip it over it should splay open the windshields a tiny bit, but it should just lock into place as well. And we can also slide up his earpieces to give him his iconic head shape. And on to the lower body we go. Now we can rotate around his entire chest assembly, as this is going to give us clearance to rotate around the bumper at a later step. But speaking of the bumper, we can take the front wheels, and using the stud connection they can just rotate down, as they're on bracket pieces. And now, using that hinge you can see, all we're going to do is unhinge it slightly, as this will give us clearance for the next step, which is taking the entire bumper assembly and rotating it around. And the wheels should rest either side of that black piece, just like this. And considering it's rubber, they do kind of just soft lock into place. Coming to the lower legs, we can take his feet and just rotating them up on the ball joints. And we can now take his legs down. And once this is done, we have one last step, which is coming to the arms. And using the elbow joints, we can just extend them. And that's it for his transformation. But before you guys see him in robot mode, we will go to the trailer. So here it is without the cab section. And in my opinion, for a small scale trailer, this actually looks pretty cool. And it does have some functionality as well. So speaking of functionality, we can just take it, and just like the G1, it splits right down the middle and unhinges. This is going to allow us to take this back section and just hinge it down. Obviously not how the doors are supposed to open, but that's just classic G1 Prime. Next we can come to this assembly here, and using the hinges it will just fold up. You'll see it has no guns right now, as these are also stored in the trailer, so coming to each side they should just untab. Obviously we can repeat the same step on the other side, just remove it from the little peg there, and these will tab into other sides. So there is the trailer, fully transformed, and in my opinion for a small scale, this looks actually pretty cool. I decided not to include Roller though, as he just didn't fit inside the trailer. But here he is with a Legends car, and it can also use the blast effects, so it can be shooting Megatron as well. But here is Optimus Prime. And in my opinion, this guy actually looks really cool, especially for a smaller figure. And I decided to give him the Rise of the Beast style cannons as well, which are blast effect compatible. And he does have two of these, which is pretty cool. He also comes with a sword as well as an energon axe, and these also just tab into the side of the arms and work very well. And you can recreate the Dark Moon scene where he chops off Megatron's head. So here are all the weapons. But we may as well get these out of here as they're not too interesting. But coming here you can see some of the details, and in my opinion he looks pretty cool for a smaller scale figure, which I don't normally do. The backpack is also quite small, which does help with posing, as it doesn't weigh him down too much, and he doesn't tip over that well. For some comparisons here he is with Legends Megatron. Unfortunately, Megatron is definitely too small, so let me know if you want to see a Megatron done in this slightly larger scale here. And here he is with Siege Prime. Obviously, he's around half the height. But bringing in the trailer here, he actually works quite well with it, and I don't think the scale is actually that far off. Unfortunately, trailer can't stand on its own, which is why it's leaning against the wall here, but Prime can't stand in it, and get repaired by the little drone. But anyways, that's it for this review, so if you've enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more LEGO Transformers. And let me know down below if you want to see more of these smaller scale builds, and I'll see you all next time.